Hello, everyone. My name is Zulfiqar, and welcome to another episode of Income Investors. With me today is John Whitefoot with another exciting income pick. If you want to read more about what John writes on a regular basis, you can head to incomeinvestors.com, or you can find the link to the website in the description below. You can't ignore business development companies, or BDCs for short, if you are seeking relatively stable dividend income and opportunity for moderate capital appreciation. And this is because the objective of a BDC is to distribute at least 90% of its taxable income annually to its shareholders. The more BDCs earn, the higher the dividends go. And with the interest rate environment and business environment expected to potentially become friendlier under President Donald Trump for the next few years, BDC structure could attract bullish tailwinds. On the smaller end, Palmer Square Capital BDC Inc. traded on New York Stock Exchange under symbol PSBD, a 504.5 million market cap BDC that could benefit from this situation. John, what can you tell us about this small BDC?
Thanks, Mo. Yeah, Palmer Square aims to maximize the total return of income received in capital appreciation. This is carried out through investments in the corporate debt securities of small to large private corporate companies here in the U.S. Now, Palmer Square Capital has a diversified client list with investments in 39 industries. At the end of 2023, the top 5 industries served by the BDC were software, healthcare providers and services, professional services, IT services, and insurance. September 30th, 2024, which is the most recent data, Palmer Square Capital had relationships with 212 portfolio companies, combining for a total fair value of $1.39 billion and a portfolio yield of 10.48%, which is actually higher than 9.82% a year earlier.
How is Palmer stock doing recently?
The company began in 2019, debuting with its initial public offering, or IPO, at $16.45 per share in January 2024. Now, at the time of this recording, Palmer Square Capital is trading at $15.70 per share, which is below the IPO price and just above the all-time low of $15.27 per share. But now the high was $70.12 per share in February of 2024. Now, Palmer Square Capital is currently hovering just above both its 50-day moving average and 200-day moving average. Now, should it hold above these two metrics, it could move or make a move on its February 2024 high of, as we noted, $17.12 per share.
Let's look at some numbers. How is Palmer Square doing when it comes to revenue?
As a BDC, Palmer Square reports revenues as total investment income and earnings as net investment income. Now, the total investment income came in at $112.2 million in 2023. That's up 50% from $74.5 million in 2022, and a stellar 182% from $39.7 million in 2021. Total investment income in 2023 was comprised of $107.7 million in interest from investments and $4.1 million in dividend income. Third quarter of 2024, the BDC's total investment income advanced 30% to $37.3 million from $28.7 million in the third quarter of 2023. For the 9 months to September 30th, 2024, its total investment income of $108.6 million was up almost 32% above the comparative $82.4 million in 2023. Now, based on the results to date in 2024, Palmer appears to be on its way to surpassing consensus Wall Street estimates. Now, what are they? Analysts expect Palmer Square to grow total investment income by 27.9% to $143.5 million in 2024, followed by a 5.8% drop to $135.2 million in 2025. Now, there is a high estimate of $141.5 million and low estimate of $129.5 million. So there is some uncertainty, which is certainly not unusual for the BDC.
John, what about the profitability here?
The company's bottom line shows consistent net investment income with $2.26 per share in 2023. And that's up 27% from $1.78 per share in 2022, and a 53% increase over the $1.47 per share in 2021. Palmer's third quarter net investment income was 48 cents per share versus 57 cents per share in the third quarter of 2023. Now, this was in line with the consensus estimate. As far as its balance sheet goes, Palmer Square had a debt-to-equity ratio of 149%, which is, again, not out of line for a BDC.
If you like what you see so far, check out incomeinvestors.com. While you're there, you could also sign up for our free special report titled 3 Income Stocks to Own Today. One of those stocks currently has a dividend yield of 12.7%. You can find the link to incomeinvestors.com in the description below. And now back to the video. And John, this strong growth supports a steady dividend?
Yeah, Palmer Square Capital distributes 2 dividends each quarter, with a regular base dividend and a smaller supplemental dividend. A regular base fourth quarter dividend of 42 cents per share was paid on January 13, 2025. Palmer Square also added a supplemental dividend of 6 cents per share for a combined total of 48 cents per share. Now, Palmer Square Capital stock dividend yield is a pretty frothy 12.39% based on the total dividend of $1.91 per share for the 4 quarters. This equates to a payout ratio of around 104% based on the consensus 2025 earnings, which again isn't unusual for a BDC. Expect the dividend will probably hold around this amount or even be slightly lower in 2025.
John, thank you so much for your insights. While Palmer Square Capital stock is relatively new as a publicly traded BDC, the results have been impressive so far. A friendlier business climate under Trump 2.0 and the expected decline in interest rate could benefit Palmer Square Capital stock as far as dividends and capital appreciation potential. That's it for today. And make sure to go to incomeinvestors.com now to get our free special report on 3 income stocks to own today. One of those stocks currently has a dividend yield of 12.7%. You can find the link to incomeinvestors.com in the description below. We'll be back with more income picks soon, so stay tuned. And in the meantime, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Goodbye for now.